thank M&P for their partnership and incredible support for Canuck Place. Thank you. I want to support and say thank you to our incredible gala chairs, Yasmin and Jennifer. We couldn't have done this without you this evening. Thank you. Thank you. The amazing gala committee, who you saw earlier, the board of directors for Canuck Place, two of whom we have this evening. We have Ken Voth here this evening and Gavin Toy. And also the province of British Columbia. And tonight we have with us Minister Peter Fassbender and MLA Simon Gibson. And I also want to thank our family speaker, and you will hear from our family later this evening. And finally, to each of you, you're our guests, but your presence contributes to our everyday successes. And your kindness and commitment feeds the courage of our kids and families every single day. Life at Canuck Place is never about taking anything for granted. Canuck Place kids and staff are experiencing care that is increasingly complex. Since 2009, the complexity of our care has increased by 50%. And that means that we have more nurses and more physicians on staff managing things like ventilators, central lines that go right into the major blood vessels of a child for medications, feeding tubes, and these are all in the daily care of infants, children, and teens. The number of kids and families needing Canuck Place's specialized services continue to grow. And as you've heard earlier, the area of greatest need is the Fraser Valley. Over 40% of our kids and families live right here. And as a result, we've had to turn away families who need essential medical respite. Having a child with a life-threatening illness can be incredibly lonely. It's a journey that nobody wants to take, and despite that, Canuck Place is with them every step of the way. So how do we make the most of every moment at Canuck Place? And so what I'm going to do is share with you what 24 hours at Canuck Place looks like. So in the morning, families come down for breakfast whenever they want to. Now, this doesn't sound like such a big deal, but think of this. Tanya's the mother of a 13-year-old daughter, and every 2 hours, day and night, her nonverbal, wheelchair-dependent daughter needs to be medicated. She needs to be turned with regular checks on breathing tubes and feeding tubes to make sure that they are clear and working every 2 hours. So coming to Canuck Place means that as a parent, Tanya can sleep and she can have the break that she needs so that she's re-energized to care for her daughter. So it's in those few moments when she's reading the paper in the morning, she's having a cup of coffee and eating a piece of toast, she can really experience the simple joy and release in this medical respite, knowing that her daughter is safe with our trusted and talented nurses and physicians. Mid-morning, one of our teens was transferred to Canuck Place from the ICU. And this young man was at the end of his life, and he wanted to die at Canuck Place. So despite his condition, he wanted to see Poppy, our therapy dog, and he wanted his cat from home. So his parents brought the cat into Canuck Place, and we have Poppy, our therapy dog, so he was able to have Poppy and his cat with him by his side. And as Dr. Hal and our nurses worked with the boy and his family to manage his pain and his other symptoms, he was surrounded by his family, his favorite animals, and incredible comfort. And it's in those moments that his world was calm and he knew that he was loved. In the afternoon, our nurse practitioner, Camara, she got a call from a family in Abbotsford, and their son had been deteriorating, and it was the wish of the family and this boy to die at home. So Camara had been visiting regularly and was working with them to manage his pain and his other symptoms so he could be home. So she and one of our nurses, Doreen, traveled to the family's home, and they supported this family and their son, providing them the necessary medical and nursing care and support, and stayed with the boy and the family at the time of their son's death, ensuring comfort, controlling pain, and support. And that moment of peace at home was what that family wanted and they were able to have with Camara and Doreen's support. In the afternoon, our rec therapist took a young boy, his parents, and brothers and sisters to the beach this past summer. Now, it sounds really simple for a family to go and spend the afternoon at the beach. But this boy didn't have a lot of strength left, and he wanted to be with his family doing something fun. So there they were at the beach, running around, covering this little boy's legs with sand, just as he wanted. Everybody was giggling and laughing and having fun. And at the end of the afternoon, this little boy said, "This was the best day ever." And it was that moment of sunshine and warmth on the beach with the family that was absolutely perfect for that young boy. And after he died, the memory of that day at the beach will be with this family forever. And finally, nighttime. Nighttime can be a really hard and lonely time for families. And we keep connected 24/7 to families around the province with our on-call service. So a very young girl with a brain tumor on our program lives in a remote area of British Columbia. Her dad travels frequently for work, and the mom is often alone. She's frightened, and she needs our medical team for support, for symptom management, and for help with medications. So she called our on-call line 11 o'clock at night. And our nurse, Brenda, reviewed her daughter's medications and symptoms, made some adjustments, and by morning, things were better. So Brenda spoke with that mom many times over many months. And a while later, the mom was in the hospice, and she heard a voice that she only knew on the phone. And it was Brenda's. And the mom turned to look toward the voice and said, "It's you. I know your voice. You have helped me and my little girl so many times over the phone. Thank you." And it's that moment of recognition and hope. It's basic but effective technology that connects our exceptional care at Canuck Place to these families in need who find themselves in difficult circumstances. And it means that as a parent, you aren't alone with your really sick child. So every day at Canuck Place, I'm reminded to take nothing for granted. And I'm going to share a poem with you just to let you know how important it is that you are here with us this evening, because we are celebrating the gift of love to the fullest. So here goes. If you love something, love it completely. Cherish it, say it, and most importantly, show it. Life is finite and fragile, and just because something is there for one day, it might not be the next. Never take it for granted. So, say what you need to say, then say a little more. Say too much, show too much, love too much. Everything is temporary but love, and love outlives us all. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.